Hello and welcome to another episode of Double Barrel Gaming. I'm your host, MrBooMStickXL, and on today's episode we have big news coming from PAX West where Bioware dropped some big bombs regarding Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and of course the upcoming Anthem. The soon-to-be-released sci-fi adventure from Bioware has been on many gamers' radar since it was unveiled at E3 2017, where it was apparently running on an Xbox One X and looked absolutely stunning. Well, at this year's PAX West, which is abbreviated for the Penny Arcade Expo that's being held in Seattle, Washington, Bioware put their storytelling expertise on display with the newest trailer for Anthem. In an article that was posted by VG247, lead producer Michael Gamble had a lot to say about Anthem, but he explicitly talked about storytelling and how they were going to handle DLC plans post-launch. And though I understand many gamers, including myself, are super stoked to see what Anthem does in 2019, it's what he had to say about Mass Effect and the next Dragon Age that I find extremely interesting. First, let's talk about Anthem and BioWare's post-DLC plans. While taking interviews at PAX West, the team at BioWare had this to say about Anthem's story structure. It will be delivered as part of a live service, allowing the team to continue to write and release new storylines post-release. This is a new storytelling method it expects to employ for its other much-beloved franchises. Now, this is where EA has apparently learned from prior mistakes. All future DLC and content updates for Anthem will be absolutely free, letting all players follow the story without any paywalls. Here are some direct quotes from Michael Gamble, lead producer of Anthem. "We've got a continuation of stories after we've launched. If you remember back in the ancient times when we released a game, it would tell a story for a certain set of characters, and when we released DLC, that would enable us to tell a unique bit of story afterwards. For Anthem, where we'd like to see us all head is the ability to tell new great stories throughout the years and throughout the months after launch. So after Anthem releases, we can say, okay, now we're going to expand the storyline for one of those agents, or now that certain points in the game world have happened, this changes the relationship, this also changes this particular character, or this changes the type of mission for a certain character. As we add new characters, we can also add new agents. We can do all of that, and Anthem gives us the tools to do it." He continues with, "My point is that I hope that future games, whether it's Dragon Age or another one that starts with Mass, continues to utilize this kind of storytelling." He finishes up the interview with the size and scope of Anthem, and this is what he had to say. "One of the things that we've really done in Anthem is focus a lot of our attention on Taurus. It's the primary place where we do the reactive storytelling. As a result, we've pushed Taurus further than we've ever pushed any of our other hubs before. It's a reactive space, a space that feels more living and more alive, and I think going forward with future Dragon Age games and other games like Mass Effect that you're going to see that reactivity, that depth in our hubs that we're bringing out in Anthem." Now, even though he didn't say anything specifically regarding Mass Effect and the next Dragon Age, the fact that it's being brought up in conversation has me extremely excited. After the reception that Mass Effect Andromeda received from fans, I was one of those who thought that the series was dead for good. Now that Casey Hudson, who's the father of Mass Effect, has returned to EA, we can expect big things sometime in the near future. Dragon Age getting a sequel is not surprising considering that Inquisition was one of the best-selling in the series. BioWare has always been a top-tier storyteller when it came to the single-player genre. It's nice to see that they're keeping storytelling at the forefront of all of their titles now and in the future. Adding the multiplayer element to big titles like Anthem and future iterations of Mass Effect and Dragon Age should have fans super stoked for what's coming down the pipeline. Anthem is scheduled to release on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC on February 22nd, 2019. I will include the E3 2018 trailer as well as the new one that just dropped at PAX West in the show notes below. Of course, as usual, I'm extremely interested to hear what you have to say regarding the new information on Anthem and the future of Mass Effect and the Dragon Age franchise. Please leave all opinions in the comments section below. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Double Barrel Gaming. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, share this on social media, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for watching. Have an awesome day.